Stay alert. Never know when those stormcloaked dogs might charge.
Hello, my friend. What can I do for you on such a fine day? My father taught me an important lesson many years ago. He said, Gwilyn, you have the whole world before you. Go out and experience it. Be whatever you want to be. So, I took his advice, and here I am. This life might not look like much to you, but I'm content. Isn't that all that matters? Have yourself a great day. Ah, such a fine day. Smell the air, isn't it? I hope life's treating you well, friend.
I told you to cut those boards at twice arm length. My arm's length, not yours.
I'm so sorry, mister. Perhaps if you would have been more specific.
Everyone isn't as short as you are. What good are these boards to someone of the proper height?
Those bears are making Miss Temba so angry. I hope you can do something about them.
Daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge. Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here. If you ever settle down to have children, think twice before you do.
I always thought it was odd that there's a layer of thick clouds covering the peak of the mountain above the monastery.
Every night.
I think you play beautifully. It would be a shame if you stopped.
Someone's being attacked.
Nope. Nope. Sorry.
Did you... Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fight? Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous...
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Perfect. Melting this down will give me plenty of gold for those necklaces I started. No, I think I have enough here to get started. Here, let me give you this. It's the least I can do for all your trouble. A few months ago, it was Troll Fatsav. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild.
Seeing as how Riften is home to the Thieves Guild, maybe we can work something out if you have trouble with the law, for the right price.
Some fine jewelry.
hope someday we'll get to know each other better. It's for sale if you got the coin. Didn't think you had the coin for it anyway. My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swift steed. See why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs. You seem like such a nice person. I'd love to hear more about you.
Kids know what I think of them. Get out of our city, greyskins. This is Nordland. Go back to Morrowind, dark elf maggots. You're not welcome here. We ought to dig a big hole. Throw all them dark elves and Argonians in it, and let them...
How splendid. Another Nord. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we...
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are? I love my husband, but he can be a bit... dull at times. Ugh. I'll need to bathe thoroughly to get this stench off me.
See why the Nords like Skyrim. It's crisp air. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a sweet...
Help someone!
Got an axe here. Good for cleaving up force. Don't bother with Tacitus. Useless.
I'm Gorza's assistant. I help her with the forge. Gorza is the one you should ask if you need anything. I'm not very good for anything more than smithing nails.
You'd think an apprentice could forge a few hinges. No.
One time, I almost cut a finger off sharpening a blade. I hate blood.
Tacitus? Boy's an Imperial. I keep showing him how to treat the iron, but he never gets in the Legion. The Imperial smiths used to read books when they couldn't set their hammers straight. Wisdom of the old, I guess. Find a book called The Last Scabbard of Aklish, and to bring it to me. Tash, don't know why the Imperials like me so much. This should help the boy, though. Malakath. Grew up in a stronghold. Every Ord girl tended to forge at some point. Girl has to grow up, and life in the stronghold asks for a lot in return. So I joined the Legion, mastered my trade there. That's right. An orc stronghold. Kept to ourselves, lived as our ancestors would have wanted. Wasn't enough for me, though. I left. Didn't want to end up as the third wife of some lowly chieftain. Until next time.
Anything. Served in the Legion with my sister Gorza for over 10 years. We've seen every piece you can. Have you met her? She runs the forge near the smelter. Just don't bother talking to her, apprentice.
Self.
Come to see Ballimun perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame.
Have you met Ballimun? I'm his apprentice. He's teaching me all about being a blacksmith. I used to live at the orphanage here in Riften. Gorlad said my ma and my da left me there when I was a baby. They didn't want me. Ballimun took me in and has been so kind to me. I don't know why, but he thinks I could be a great blacksmith like him. At first, I don't know why he picked me. I I never even held a hammer in my life. But the first time I picked it up, it just felt right. Folks in town say that Ballimond is the greatest blacksmith in all of Tamriel. I hope I can live up to that someday, make them proud of me.
Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow. People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference. Amazing. These must have been very hard to come by. You've saved my business and warmed an old smith's heart. For that, I thank you. Return any time. You're quite welcome here. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.